Hi, Sayaka. Here's what I'm thinking about. Today's the day after the 25th of December, 2025. And I turned on my VHS player in somewhere in the middle of the movie about Forrest Gump. And what came on, I haven't been watching that movie in probably months. Well, I found out where I left off. Forrest Gump wakes up in the morning and Jenny is gone after having had sex with him for the first time. She leaves early in the morning before he wakes up. He wakes up, finds she's gone. So what does he do? He's so upset, he starts to run back and forth across the United States. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, okay? So I'm thinking to myself, you take a man's woman away, and that's the kind of thing that happens. That's how upsetting it is to a man now. I'm sure it's upsetting to a woman, too. I wasn't thinking about this when I grabbed this phone to make this recording. I was thinking about men. Particularly, I was thinking about the Greek hero Achilles. What happens in the Iliad, right? It's getting toward the end of the Iliad, which is about the Trojan War that happens why? Paris, a Trojan, steals away, I guess it's a Greek king's woman, Helen. And, okay, you take a man's woman away, and what happens? There's a war that lasts 10 years. And the war is so important that we have a major cultural document that comes down to humanity about that war. You don't take a man's woman away. You just don't do that. Okay, if you're wondering why I'm addressing you this way, I'm not sure I am actually addressing you. I'm addressing the concept here. I'm speaking intellectually, you know. I'm not actually addressing you. I got a lot of anger in this area, okay? Because as far as I could see, you said that you had fallen in love with me, and then the world has apparently taken you away. It's not allowing me to get to you or you to get to me, okay? And so, you know, you were declaring your love for me and the world is taking you away? When I'm saying, okay, you've fallen in love with me, I've fallen in love with you too, let's get together. And the world is going to stop that? You don't do that. Our myths tell us that is something you do not do. Take a man's woman away and there's a war. So, you know, I started this VHS player in the middle, and I was right there where Jenny runs off from Forrest Gump. Why? I'm not sure. But like I said, she's gone, and that is so upsetting to him. The result was, as I said a few minutes ago. So, in addition to the Trojan War starting off as a result of a man's woman being taken away from him, okay, what happens toward the end of that war? Apparently, is it one of the kings among the Greek army? He takes away one of Achilles' women. Apparently, Achilles has like a harem there. Are those his wives, or are those like old-fashioned comfort women, like army comfort women that soldiers brought along with them? I'm not sure. The last time I read the Iliad was when I was down in that room where police came and arrested me and carried me off, and my life forever changed. That was over 43 years ago, so I haven't read it since then. And, so these details, I don't remember, but I do remember when that woman was taken away from Achilles, he was so angry, he refused to fight. He was their best soldier. Okay, so he's not going to fight now? That's not a problem for the Greek army when their best soldier doesn't want to fight anymore, when they've been there almost 10 years in this never-ending struggle that they don't know how to bring to a close, and now their best fighter says, I'm not going to fight at all. Okay, do not take a man's woman away. And as far as I can see, that's what the world has done to you and me. It's taking you away from me, or it's trying to. Just thinking about that, I'm not going to give up my fight to get to you. I'm just not going to do that. And these cultural documents that have come down to us over thousands of years, they're telling me not to give up my fight, that the world is not to do that kind of thing to you and me. It's not to do that. So, I'm thinking about it. Day after the 25th of December. Right now the time is about 10 minutes to 9. Here in the Washington, D.C. area. About 10 minutes to 11 a.m.
Now, heavier snow has fallen in the north of Italy. We have some footage coming out of the region. Take a look at this. Heavy snow on Monday created havoc in the Italian Alps, leaving some villagers and
I ate over a half hour ago a big piece of lasagna and like a 3/4 glass of wine. Wine itself has quite an effect on me. Even that much wine, it makes me a little bit tired. I gotta say, I haven't felt the slightest bit dizzy tired as I get when I'm being hit by what I'm calling directed microwaves. Hasn't happened. And the reason is, this helmet is protecting me. Now, I just want to say that if the explanation for these tired, dizzy spells were scientifically based, okay? Like, oh, the reason that's happening is because you're an old man and the blood is rushing from your head down to your stomach to aid in digestion. You're getting tired and dizzy. Well, it didn't happen, as it often doesn't when I'm wearing this. Okay? And so where's the science of that? Somebody said, I don't know anything about diabetes or anything, I don't have it. But somebody said, I don't even know that this is a symptom of pre-diabetes or diabetes. When you need to get tired, I don't know that. I'm just saying, okay, I'm pre-diabetic or something, and I eat, I'm not taking insulin or whatever, and I'm getting tired and dizzy from eating. My blood sugar is wrong or something like no. So, once again, where's the science to these dizzy, tired spells? They're somehow psychologically based. They're symptoms of a mental disease.
We're about 70 centimeters on the course for the next 24 hours. Gusts will be strong too, so the combination will cause very low visibility. Winds are going to be up to 6 meters, and tomorrow, not just the Sea of Japan side, even parts of the Pacific side may see some snowfall. Now, temperatures are going to be below zero every day, except for at least into the weekend. Tokyo will stay dry. The sun will continue to appear in Tokyo, and Fukuoka will see 2 more days of snowfall, and the temperatures are going to be 3 on Friday. By the way, Tokyo's morning low will be 0 degrees tomorrow, so please keep on board. Now, for the rest of Asia, -8 in some parts of South Korea will see significant snowfall on Thursday, and then Ulaanbaatar -14 and cooling down to the low P's in Taipei on your Thursday. Now, something Something unusual has happened in the north of
I've had for 4
Africa.
years,
Now, the
man.
Sahara Desert is supposed
still
to
have
be
a
one of the
cough,
hottest
but
places on
much
Earth.
less
But the
than I
area saw
had in the
snowfall
past.
on
And
Sunday. Now, it looks
now,
quite beautiful. This
scientific
area is
and guess
located
what?
about
Plus the
1,000
problem. Well,
meters
if I
above
project my
sea level. So
my
this
genital
winter
area
is
while
actually cold, but
urinating,
snow is pretty
I don't
rare
have
in
any
the
trouble at
region.
all.
Now, heavier snow has fallen in the north of Italy.
So,
We have some footage coming out
to
of the
get
region.
more
Take a look
proof
at this.
for what I'm
Heavy
saying
snow on
about
Monday created
being a
havoc in the
victim
Italian Alps,
in the
leaving some
United
villagers
States
and
of
ski
America.
resorts
I'm saying,
isolated.
like,
The
this
area is
is
held
a couple
buried
weeks
under
from the
2 meters of
United
fresh
States of
snow.
America.
Authorities closed the border
They're the
between
ones that are
Switzerland
using
and
this
Italy
weapon
due to the
on
risk
me.
of avalanches. Snowplows worked on
And once
Tuesday
again,
morning to get
I
rid of
have
snow
more
off roads. Now,
overwhelming
snow has
evidence as
eased
far as
now,
I'm
so this is good
concerned.
news, but we will see some
Everything I'm
scattered
saying
showers.
about that
Heavy
weapon,
rainfall in some places that could lead to flash floods across the Mediterranean areas. And